Previously on Follow the Leader.
You are a prisoner on the Dark Sentencer, a high-tech prison planet for the worst of the worst. In 11 days... Hold on a second, this is a Hanukkah game. Should we shorten it to 8 days?
Yeah.
I think that would be thematic.
Yeah,
I think that's
absolutely.
thematic. So in 8 days, you and the others in your cell block are going to escape. Unfortunately, you still have plans to complete, and that's just enough time for things to go horribly wrong. This is a Hanukkah game.
Welcome to our Hanukkah special, everyone.
We're all Jewish. Yeah, it is a Hanukkah game now by virtue of the fact that we're all Jewish and we can do that.
I will keep my card, which is the star, which is rogue scientist.
I drew the fool, which is wrongfully accused.
The lovers is Black Widow.
My bank robber kind of conjured up an image for me that I'm just gonna take and run with, I think. Which is that, like, my immediate take, I think, is that they were in, like, a gang of space cowboys. Yeah, anyway, my bank robber's name is Solace Sedition.
I am playing for my wrongfully accused person. I'm playing Blackjack. Finally. Blackjack as he is meant to be. He uses he, him pronouns. He is very handsome. He has, I guess you could call it heterochromia. He has one wolf eye and one not wolf eye. He's a werewolf. By the way, I'm sure it'll come up. Slightly too sharp teeth. Somehow, even though they're all in prison, is still, like, impeccably dressed.
I'm playing Miva Namathari again. My daughter. Her look is, she's a sexy plant girl. She sort of glows softly purple from veins in her face and in the palms of her hands. And her eyes also glow, but, like, really bright. And her crime is apparently, it just says Black Widow, which I'm guessing means that she's some sort of spy. And also kills people.
A Black Widow is someone who marries and kills their spouse, typically for inheritance. So I'm playing the rogue scientist, and the first character who immediately jumped to mind was Marius, thank the gods for small favors, who uses they them pronouns.
Who else could it be? Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Let's break out of jail.
We now return to your game already in progress.
I have pulled the King of Swords. So that's fun. Swords, again, physical conflict, suffering, doubt, alienation, danger, grief, blind action, cruelty. King, a meeting with the warden.
Oh,
that's fun.
rip Marius.
Is this the time when Marius gets their shit kicked in? Because I feel like this is the time where Marius gets their shit kicked in.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So who wants to play the warden? And is anyone else there to witness the shit kicking?
I think I should not be in a scene for a second.
Yeah. So Solus or Miva, do you want to witness this? And Marn or Sam, do you want to be the warden?
Sure, Miva will be here to witness Marius get the shit kicked out of him, and unfortunately will not do anything about it.
Oh, yeah, you're valid.
Miva is not the kind of person who would step in for Marius.
In that case, yeah, I can play the warden.
Okay. Cool. So I think this might be like Is it are we doing our forced labor again? But like maybe oh, I've got an idea. So maybe we're at sewing machines assembling garments because like they still haven't figured out how to automate some of the garment assembly.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, you mean my actual real life job?
Yeah. And like everybody has like a state issued piece of chalk that they use for measuring certain things on garments. And instead of actually measuring the garments, Marius is using that chalk to write out some calculations on garments that they're making, and they're making them very slowly as they do their calculations.
I would say it would probably be pretty hard to write words on fabric with chalk. It would be more likely that Marius would be writing this down on like the table surface or like the wall next to them.
Good point.
Just like, also from my experience, when you're doing garment manufacture, the easiest thing to do is to have each person do one specific task. So like, one person would be like stitching the armholes down, and one person would be like stitching the hem of every garment.
Oh my god, so Marius is holding up the line for everybody, and that's how they get the warden's attention.
Yes. And everybody is also pissed at Marius for holding up the line.
Yes.
Which is why nobody's gonna help them.
Oh boy.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like the warden usually isn't here to like oversee these things, but maybe she's like around for whatever reason.
Maybe it's inspection day.
Yeah, just like occasionally comes by to like spook everyone. And I think that she sees this this going on and like kind of comes over to like loom over Marius. And is like, what's the holdup? What's the problem?
And I mean, they may be currently in the middle of actually doing their job, but like the calculations and stuff are incredibly obvious. And Marius like glances up briefly and like tries to finish like stitching down the armholes faster, and it comes out very sloppy, and they're just like, there's no problems here, warden.
Well, it seems to me that there are quite a lot of problems. I mean, you're holding up the line, you're doing sloppy work, quite frankly. I mean, surely there's nothing else on your mind that could be keeping you from doing your job correctly.
Unfortunately, my PhD was not in textile sciences.
Oh, this bitch.
Well, no one else here seems to be having a problem.
Oh my god, how far does Marius take this? Oh, they take it all the way.
Miva dutifully stitching her fucking leg holes or whatever the fuck. Like,
yeah.
Miva is looking like the absolute picture of a perfect worker right now, even though she fucking hates it. She's also smirking at Marius.
She's also very eyes emoji. And Marius is just like, fortunately for many of the others, their current mental bandwidth does not have to be taken up with the burden of theoretical physics.
Well, perhaps yours shouldn't be either, if it's making your work this sloppy.
As I said, my PhD was not in textile sciences.
Well, I simply fail to see how so many apparently undereducated workers are doing such a better job than you.
Oh, how does Marius phrase this? With flagrant disregard for the fact that they are speaking to the warden at the moment, I think Marius is just like, well, you can't fill a cup that's already full, and the education that I received has gelled perfectly within my mind, and so cannot be empty.
Right. I think the warden is very, very clearly like thinks this is like complete bullshit.
I mean, it is.
Everything Marius says is complete bullshit.
So
Miva revs her sewing machine loudly.
Marius, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I think the warden looks down at Marius and is like, well, perhaps I should find you something more challenging then.
Beat his ass. Their ass.
it's what
they deserve. No, I think Marius, like, I think they just kind of, like, sniff and are like, I'm not sure that anything that this prison can offer me is an intellectual challenge.
Well, then perhaps you could use more of a physical challenge, and we should put you outside on physical labor.
Marius realizes the error that they have made in their calculations, and like they like slightly glance at the formulas that they're working on, and they say, I will endeavor to improve my performance here.
I'm sure you will, because if you don't, you know exactly where you're going.
And Marius is just like, yes, sir. But in that way that, you know, that it's just like, you say yes, sir, but you mean fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds like scene.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Marn, you're up.
Oh shit, it's me again.
Your turn.
Hold on, my Roll20 tab decided to refresh. Okay, there we go. That is the Four of Pentacles.
Oh, we haven't had a Pentacles yet, have
our
we?
first pentacle.
What does pentacles mean?
I was gonna say, yeah. Pentacles is emotional conflict, greed, hidden agendas, envy, indecisions, stubbornness, toxic ambition. And 4 is a meal together.
Well, Marius.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Are we going to the Space Olive Garden?
Oh my god!
Hell yeah, we are.
Oh my god.
Space Olive Garden.
Yes.
I've got $50 worth of Space Olive Garden to spend. Thank you, Kazdelian.
Thanks, Kaz. Blackjack is going to get unlimited breadsticks and watch all of this go down.
I was gonna say Marius was
God.
gonna get unlimited soup and breadsticks too.
Can you share unlimited soup and breadsticks? I don't know how Olive Garden works. They don't do gluten-free stuff, so I haven't been in like 10 years.
I also haven't been to an Olive Garden. I do not know how it works. The only things I know about Olive Garden are from our good friend Jeff Stormer's Olive Garden LARP, When You're Here, Your Family.
Same.
That's the only things that I know about Olive Garden.
I love Jeff Stormer.
God bless Jeff Stormer. Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. We love
Hi,
you.
Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
So at Olive Garden, by default, the table gets unlimited breadsticks. But there is
Did you just
okay.
Google
It's
this?
been a while since it's been a while since I've been to an Olive Garden, so you'll have to excuse me if it's changed. But there is an option, or there was an option to get unlimited soup, with the breadsticks. So
Excellent.
theoretically, you're not supposed to share, because you're not supposed to share, like, all-you-can-eat stuff. But that probably won't stop Miva from, like, stealing bits and pieces.
So many breadsticks.
So
So are we all there together, or like who is there at the Space Olive Garden?
Well, obviously Miva's there because it's her gift card.
Blackjack is there because he will never turn down free food.
Valid.
I feel like Marius should be there to share, like, the results of their work.
I feel like Solus has tagged along with Blackjack.
Solus
Yes.
is now Blackjack's lackey.
Yeah.
Hysterical.
Solus has attached themselves to Blackjack.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we are at the Fantasy Olive Garden. Sorry, the Space Olive Garden.
Yep.
Different genres.
Yeah. I think one of the first things that Marius does is, like, steal everybody's napkin and just, like, sketch out the current state of their plan.
They really like to write on cloth, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Marius is just like this.
They like to write on whatever's available, and the napkins are there.
Fair enough. Yeah.
They've got a bullshit, like, fake fountain pen that somebody smuggled in for them.
I like how it's somehow like a fake fountain pen instead of just like one of those shitty disposable ones. Like it's really got a ballpoint at the end. It's like straight up fake. That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like a fountain pen, but it's a ballpoint.
That's wild. Funny as hell. Alright, I mean, Miva is consuming a number of breadsticks while waiting for Marius to go on.
Yeah, I think Solus has one of those, like, I don't know if they still do this, but they used to have, like, bottomless pasta. And I think that Solus has gotten themselves set up with one of those.
Yeah, there's, like, a pasta pass.
Solus has an unlimited pasta pass that they, like, stole off of someone.
Yes. Good.
So, we got emotional conflict, greed, hidden agendas. We're all yelling at Marius to get on with it and get to the fucking point.
Yeah. And I think Marius just kind of, like, glares, and then they're just like, we have 2 blind spots that we need to exploit here and here. If we can manage to make the distance between this checkpoint and this checkpoint within 5.2 minutes, we stand a chance of being able to slip through while the guard is changing. Now, the ship itself is a bit of a maze, but we have a chance to make it into the cargo hold if we can get through the exhaust port.
Well, we'd have to be very careful about that. We absolutely cannot be left in the exhaust port when the engine starts to fire up, or we would all die.
Yeah, that sounds like that would be bad.
Well, it's the best I have to offer. However, because of this ship's poor design, at least we have a chance to get through the exhaust port and into the cargo hold with very little issue, as long as we time it right.
Well, I'd say that's probably the best chance we're going to have. It's probably going to be the best plan we've got. So, congratulations, nerd boy. Looks like we've got a plan. This is not how I usually voice Miva. I don't know what I usually use for her voice, but it's not this.
We're having a time today. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
We're just having a laugh. Usually Miva's a little bit more up here. I don't know why I've been... Maybe she's old and she smokes now. I don't fucking know.
This is Black Widow, Miva.
Exactly.
How do we work in the greed and such like, though? Like,
Oh, I mean, that was me going like, oh, we're all just like, get the fuck on with it, nerd boy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the greed is also infinite pasta and breadsticks.
that's true.
oh my god,
That
that's
could
so
just
true.
be it.
I keep wanting to call Marius like meaner things, but then I'm like, I feel mean doing that. Like, Miva, it's okay. Miva
No,
can
they
just be
deserve
mean.
it. They
They do
deserve it.
deserve it. I'm gonna
They're
start
an
calling Marius
asshole.
bitch boy.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. I mean, they do deserve that. They in almost every universe they're just terrible. I don't think they're a terrible person because they're not like malicious 90% of the time, but they're just,
just
not
suck.
a pleasant person. They
just suck.
suck.
Yeah. Love it. I love this shitty bitch.
Yeah. I think Marius, continues, I believe that if I can make it to the engine proper, I can make some adjustments so that way we can be a little further away by the time that they notice that we're missing. Although, and Marius looks at Solus, although in some of our cases I believe that it might take longer for people to notice than others, and they look at Miva.
Miva just raises an eyebrow like, I have no idea what you mean.
I simply mean that your presence is frequently known.
As it should be. Takes a sip of her shitty Olive Garden wine.
Oh my goodness.
Some people simply demand more attention than others. Can't help it. Sometimes you are just born to be noticed. He sort of grins.
Blackjack just, like, takes a breadstick and just starts chewing on it in the corner, like...
Miva's, like, very, like, sharp smiles and, like, winking and, like, very obvious allusions to the fact that she has killed before and she will kill again.
Oh my god.
She's quite bloodthirsty when you get down to it. I mean, even in her original iteration, like, re-listening to Lady Winter, she was like, well, I mean, you know, you don't have to kill him. You can just cut his arms off and he can't fight back.
Yeah, that is true. We are going to need a distraction, though, to kick off everything.
Oh, I believe I can be of some assistance there. Another one of those very sharp-toothed grins.
Good.
What kind of distraction are we talking?
Oh, Miva's gonna start a riot.
I don't care as long as the guard's attention is elsewhere when we decide to implement our plan. We have a total of 13.8 minutes to execute, so the bigger the distraction, the better.
And we have, 4 days until we have to do this?
Yes.
I believe I can rustle up a distraction in the next 4 days.
Well then, I suppose that matter is settled.
Suppose it is.
So, I just had a really stupid mental image.
Yeah.
Because Miva's a plant person, I imagine that she can, like, absorb water through her skin. And so I'm imagining that, like, she sneaks a finger into Marius's soup to get a taste of it, and Marius notices and is just like, hey, what the fuck?
Miva grows a tendril out of the side of her hand. It's just like... Because, like, another fun thing about, like, her, I think, is that she, like, can grow, like, new clothing if she wants to. Like, she can change the configuration of her outfit that is plant. But that also means she can just, like, grow stuff out of her body. So she's just, like, grows a little shoot out of the side of her hand to sneak all of Marius's soup away.
Oh my god.
Just, sucks up all of the soup before Marius can eat it.
Oh my god, and then Marius is just like, what the fuck, when they look back at their soup after explaining things, and the waiter walks by and refills it, and they're just, like, absolutely baffled.
Miva just sort of, like, cleaning off her fingernails smugly.
Oh my goodness. Is this scene?
Yeah, I think so!
I think so.
Yes.
I love Miva. She's, like, very petty.
I love playing off of Miva as Marius. This is delightful.
It's really good, because they just fucking hate each other.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I love having antagonistic relationships in tabletop games. Alright, whose turn is it to draw a card next?
Martin drew the last one, right?
Yes.
So it's me. 9 of Swords. There's lots of swords today.
Coming
Oh,
home
boy.
absolutely twisted with too many swords. Oh, it's this image! Waking up the next morning after your sword.
Wait, okay. Physical conflict, suffering, doubt. Okay, I have an old version of the game, to be fair. But 9 is a celebration.
That sounds like the kind of thing that Miva might have rustled up as a distraction.
3 days early?
Fuck. No. Maybe the celebration is where Miva begins to start, like, whispering in people's ears. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just knocked my ladder off my bed.
Will they let us have a party in prison?
Sure.
I mean, we have an Olive Garden.
It's like Australia. Like, that's how I've been imagining this fucking planet this whole time, is like Space Australia.
Yeah.
If it's Space Australia, do we have gigantic spiders?
Of course we do. They're like the size of your head. Because it's space as well. So not only is it Australia, but it's like even worse. There's extra oxygen in the atmosphere, which is why Miva is fucking thriving here. Wait, no. That would be the opposite of that, because she is a plant, and so she absorbs carbon dioxide. I don't fucking know. Anyways, a party. It's time to party.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I think that during this, like, celebration, Miva is, like, going around, like, whispering in people's ears, like, hey... This game has not been, thus far, particularly Jewish, but hell, maybe it's Hanukkah in space.
Yeehaw.
Maybe we're having our Hanukkah party.
That does raise interesting questions about like how certain things are celebrated, because the day-night cycle would be different from Earth. So would we be celebrating based on the Earth day-night cycle, or will we be celebrating based on the local day-night cycle? And how many fights between rabbis have been started over this question?
So many. And it'll depend on where the rabbi is based on what they actually like think, because of course Earth-based rabbis are going to say, of course you want to follow the Earth's day-night cycle because that's what the religion was based on. Like, that's where we started. Mm-hmm. That's what you gotta do. And then people on another planet are like, are you fucking kidding me? The day-night cycle here is so different. How am I supposed to keep track of that?
No, I'm over here being like, no, why the fuck wouldn't you just do it at sundown on the planet that you're on? No.
Exactly.
What the fuck? Like...
Yeah. You know, then you get into the theological discussion of like, Hashem created Earth first, and so that's what matters. And then it's like, no, the entire cosmos was created at the same time. So it's, whether or not it's allowed to, go by the local day-night cycle.
Exactly. I feel like Miva is strongly on the side of like, whatever planet I'm on, it's sundown. That's when I light my candles. Fuck you guys. Mm-hmm. This is how I'm gonna do it. I don't care what the rabbis say.
Hang on. Let me go to my calendar really quick, because I want to see. So we're on day 6 of Hanukkah, so that means
Hanukkah just lasts longer in space, because if your day-night cycle is longer, then it's just like, I guess we just have longer Hanukkah. We just have more holiday per holiday.
Yeah.
Long Hanukkah.
Sometimes you just gotta get more holiday for your holiday.
Exactly. That's exactly how that works.
Mm-hmm. Blackjack is a firm believer in that, especially once he becomes a parent, and he's like, no, we're going to celebrate holidays based off of the planet's day-night cycle, because then my kids get more holiday per holiday.
Exactly! Miva wants personally to have more holiday per holiday. She doesn't give a shit about kids. She just wants herself to get more holiday. More excuse to slack off.
Blackjack doesn't have kids yet, but when he does have kids, this is going to be his rationale. He wants more holiday for holiday, but it's easier to justify it when you're a parent.
Yeah,
that's so valid.
So is there a synagogue that we're at having this discussion?
Of course there is. We're in our tiny space synagogue on this fucking penal colony planet. It's right next to the the space Olive Garden. Awesome. Guys, we're so good at playing games. This is great.
Yeah.
We're so good at this. We've had this podcast for 3.5 years or more? We're so good at this.
Yeah. It's good.
It's good. I keep looking at 9 of Swords and thinking about waking up the next morning to all those fucking swords you bought. Because it's that illustration. But in pixel form. Alright, yeah, so during this Hanukkah party, after having this very important theological discussion, Miva starts, walking around and is like, hey, on the last night or the last day, we should have a riot just for fun. We should just let loose.
You know, we should do the story of Hanukkah, but in reverse. So the war happens at the end of Hanukkah instead of before it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this planet's rotation is counter to the rotation of Earth. It makes perfect sense.
Do you know what's hilarious? I do love the idea if this planet's rotation is slightly faster than Earth's, so Hanukkah on this planet is falling earlier than it would on Earth.
Ooh.
So by the time we get home,
technically the calendar is the same, but
it's just like a couple of hours shorter.
It's because the day is like it's like enough that the calendar is slowly but surely falling back every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 10 minutes shorter or something, but like by the time it gets to now, it's like 2 months ahead of schedule.
Yes.
Love it.
An entirely new month has to be invented to catch up.
I mean, we could just do the leap month like they do in the Hebrew calendar. Whole fucking leap month.
Yeah. Leap month sounds good.
Hell yeah. Anyways, I forgot what we were talking about. Anyways, Miva is like...
Okay, so riot.
Starting, basically like, bringing up the idea of starting a riot on the last day at a specific time. You know, just for fun. To really get into the spirit of things. And also encourage all of your Goyish friends to also do this. That's very important. There aren't enough Jews on this planet for just us to be rioting. Everyone has to have fun at this Hanukkah riot. This is so fucking stupid. I love it.
I'm gonna introduce some doubt with Finn being like, I don't know, partner.
You don't have to participate then. But maybe if you do participate, I'll give you something a little special. She, like, looks at him up and down. She is going to kill him.
Blackjack is like, well, we can always make you participate.
No, but that wouldn't be nearly as fun as what I'm suggesting. Neva, like, looks at Blackjack and winks.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second. Now hold on a second.
Miva is planning on fucking this kid and then killing him.
No, I know.
Oh my god.
No, I know. I'm wondering if they're gonna tag team.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Miva would be down for it.
Tag team Black Widow. Fuck it. Let's go.
Oh my god, that's delightful.
Sorry, Finn.
Finn's gonna fucking die.
Finn is like blushing and is just like, well, I sure do appreciate the offer, ma'am. And he says, I think I can overlook the oh god, what's a good cowboy insult?
I don't know, man. What?
I don't know. Okay, something came to mind. I hope it's a good cowboy insult. I appreciate the offer, ma'am. I think I can overlook that tenderfoot's presence at the riot, and he kind of like, gestures towards Solus.
Love it. Perfect. Well, then I guess I'll be seeing you later. She like taps him on the shoulder with her long nails, grins at him, and then walks off to go tell more people to riot on a specific day.
Oh my god. I think Solus kind of like leans into Blackjack and is like, "Are you gonna kill him?"
The answer is no. Miva's going to kill him.
Thank you, Sam. I was gonna say the exact same thing. Blackjack is like, no, I don't kill people. I'll leave that to Miva.
Oh my goodness.
I'm Sam, same fucking wavelength. God bless.
We have the same brain cell.
Sam and I sharing one singular brain cell this game.
It's true. This
Trading
game,
it back and
just
forth.
this game?
I think Marius is over in the corner looking like they're about to get into a slap fight with somebody with a similar build as them, over, like, somebody took their comment about the reverse rotation seriously and is about ready to throw hands over theological implications, so.
Because that's just what Judaism is like.
They're off doing that in a corner.
I'm rooting for the other guy.
Of course. It's fair.
But I think Miva's also going to come over and say, keep that energy for the last day. Because, like, I'm very much going with the, like, Boiling Rock Avatar The Last Airbender thing where someone just shouts, hey, does anybody want to riot? And then it just starts a riot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How else are you gonna do it?
It's the best way. It's great. People are always ready to riot.
It's true.
If you give them an opportunity. All right, I think that's scene.
That's so fucking good.
Guys, we're so good at games. I'm having so much fun. Thank you, guys.
I'm so glad.
We have to do more explicitly Jewish stuff on this podcast.
We should.
It brings me such joy.
Since over half of the podcast is now Jewish.
True.
Fuck yeah, look at us go.
Hell yeah, because, like, yeah, we lost Mab, which brings the number down by 1, and we also gained a Jewish member by somebody's converting. August. August is converting, so we've really brought the balance towards the Jewish side. Love it. It's very exciting.
All right, whose turn is it?
Sam has to draw.
It's my turn to draw, I think. All right, here we go. What's this one? Flip card. Queen of Swords.
Uh-oh, we're headed towards...
Yeah.
Some fucking
We're
swords.
not heading to a good...
Oh no. What is the Queen of Swords? Queen. A shift in hierarchy? Swords. Physical conflict, suffering, doubt, alienation, danger, grief, blind action, cruelty. Fuck.
Great.
I'm looking at the swords ending going,
Yeah.
Oh no, we get different endings based on... Fuck.
It's fine. No, listen,
Oh, no.
I have the plan. I've had this in my back pocket since the first time I read this game. I was like, I got this. We good.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, I didn't realize that the game's ending depended on which cards we drew.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault we drew 4 swords.
Yeah,
at 4
least.
Swords. Like the Legend of Zelda game? Sorry. I'm sorry for being like that. I'm sorry for being a gamer. Some crimes can never be forgiven. Okay, so we got the Queen of Swords, which is, as I said, a shift in hierarchy with physical contact, suffering, doubt, alienation, danger, grief, blind action, or cruelty. So that's fun. I think Miva gets another letter, and it's a knife.
Oh my god.
I don't know how else that is anything, but it's the fucking Goblin's Bane, or Moonshard. That's, Cazdelian's, elf sword from Lady Winter.
So I have a suggestion on the hierarchy shift.
Yeah.
Miva got a knife, and the hierarchy would change if the current warden met that knife.
Ooh.
Probably true. I would like to say that Miva goes after the warden with her boyfriend's knife.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend's knife that glows in the dark. I can't remember if we decided that this knife only glows in the dark around, like, specific enemies, but the fact is that it is being held and wielded by one of those specific enemies, so it's always glowing, or if it just always glows. I don't remember if that was what the bit was or not.
Well,
but...
either way, it's always glowing, so...
It's true. But will it be glowing if Miva is using it, because Miva is not one of those specific enemies?
I think it's more fun if it's always glowing in this situation,
true.
because the image of like Miva coming out of the shadows, like her purple glow, and then she pulls out the knife, which is glowing like as bright as her eyes, and then she pounces.
Yeah, that is sexy. That is a sexy mental image that I'm now gonna have to draw. Fuck you. Yes. So yeah. I don't think this scene really needs much like actual like roleplay in it. Miva's gonna go after the fucking warden with a goddamn knife. And somebody else gets to decide how it ends, because I'm the one who made the decision that Miva's going after the warden with a knife.
Flip a coin.
Fuck, okay. I'm gonna roll a d2 instead, because I don't have a coin on hand.
Well, yes, that's when I say flip a coin, that's what I mean.
So, 1, it goes well. 2, it goes poorly. It goes well!
Yay!
Alright,
Yay!
let's kill the warden!
I feel like that has implications for the riot also.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
And I think it definitely has implications for the ending that we're currently hurtling towards.
Yes.
It does.
There's, okay, hurtling towards, it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have 4 swords and one of all of the others. There is no way that we're getting a different ending.
It's true.
We're about to crash into it,
Yeah.
is really what's gonna happen.
Alright, whose turn is it to pick a card?
August.
Yep.
Here we go, August. It's the riot. The riot is about to start.
Alrighty. Whoop.
I'm waiting.
Card.
I knew it.
Eight
I
of
knew it.
Swords.
It's another
I knew it.
fucking
I knew it.
sword!
I knew it.
It's another
I was like,
fucking
this is gonna be
sword!
another fucking sword.
I don't think this
Oh, an 8 is a fight or riot.
That's true, it's a riot. Like, it's supposed to be a sword because it's a fucking riot, but still!
That's
Yep.
the funniest. Oh my god, tarot, please.
That's so delightful. Sometimes the cards just know, you know?
It's true.
Yeah, so this is the riot. And I feel like knowing that the 8th day is the riot and the riot happens is enough for us to kind of like roll into our ending.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the swords ending, that to end this game, you tally up how many cards you have of each suit, which is why we've been alluding to how we're about to crash into a particular ending. And so
1 cups, 1 wands, 1 pentacles, 5 swords.
yes. And so the swords ending says that your escape is fraught with violence, and one of you must stay behind to ensure the success of the others. Who stays behind? Who gets hurt? Is anyone killed in the crossfire? Who blames who for the outcome? Will anyone go back later for the one who stayed behind? And I think this is a great time for us to narrate what happens.
I volunteer as tribute, by the way.
You're gonna stay behind.
When I read this conclusion, I was like, oh, Blackjack can do that.
Oh my god. See, like, Miva is 100% sorry Solus, is 100% in favor of leaving Solus behind.
Yeah.
Or, more realistically, Miva would actively prefer to leave Marius behind, but if she had to pick somebody else, it would not be Blackjack.
Yeah, I think maybe it's almost Marius. I think that they get hurt, like, because, you know, they're not a physical person, and so, like, they're not really good at, you know, bobbing and weaving to avoid things. And, you know, they're not typically a quote-unquote criminal. They're not somebody who's in here for any sort of violence or anything. So
We're simply here for fucked up and unethical science.
yeah, you know, like you do.
As one does.
So I think they're the one to get hurt, or at least one person to get hurt on the way out.
If Marius gets hurt, Blackjack will, like, scoop them up and just yeet them over the top of the riot.
Oh my god.
Fun and sexy, love that.
Remember, Blackjack is, well, I didn't say this at the top. Blackjack is very tall and Marius is very short.
That's very true. Miva's like 5'3". She's pretty short, but not like the shortest.
Yeah, Marius is like 5 even, I think.
Cute.
I think Solus is tall, but like built like a string bean.
Oh.
And also, I feel like
Buddy.
Solus is like the kind of person who would like be slouching all the time, so you are never sure how tall they are.
Yeah, they like hunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. So who is actually getting left behind? Is it Blackjack?
I think it can be Blackjack. Blackjack wouldn't let Solus be left behind.
Yeah, I think Miva is very angry with Marius for this, because Marius should have been left behind, and Blackjack should have come with them. So Miva's just pissed off that Marius is here, and Blackjack isn't. Solus, you're fine. You're a baby.
I think Solus tries initially to like stay behind with Blackjack, and because like they're very much like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do like by myself if I get out.
Oh my god.
Adorable.
Oh.
I will take you under my wing.
We did also kill Finn, right? Like that happened.
Oh, we did do that. Yes, we did. We did that. We did
Yeah.
that like the night before the riot.
Yeah, okay, cool. Off screen.
Off screen, we had a threesome and
Menage
then
a
killed a
trois.
guy.
Off screen menage a trois leading to murder. You know.
As one does. Miva comes
As you
back
do.
from killing the warden, like, soaked in blood, and is just, like, high on the endorphins of having done a murder.
Yeah.
Sweeps into Blackjack's room with this poor fucker, and is like, hey, what's up? I got him. God.
So I do think killing the warden did have some consequences, like maybe the shift changed too for the guards, so we were trying to get into blind spots that didn't exactly exist anymore.
Yeah.
And so that's also part of getting out, was getting, probably taking care of those guards.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Miva's got a sexy glowing knife from her hot monstrous boyfriend.
It's good.
Really good. I love Miva. She is so competent and yet also so stupid. Yeah, we did it. We got out. Fuck you, Marius.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, so I guess that's who you blame.
Yeah.
Do we make a plan to go back later to get Blackjack out?
I feel like Miva is planning on getting Blackjack out, but by the time she gets there to go get him, he's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Blackjack fucking just is like, Blackjack is like, no, I'm gonna take another week, I'm gonna chill out, and then he's like, yeah, alright, and he just bails.
Yeah.
Because like I said, he could have gotten out the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like he does let Miva know this, so Miva doesn't actually have to go back to get him.
Oh, yes.
He shows up at Miva's, like, safe house, where she is just, like, vibing with Solus and also her cool partners who she doesn't kill. And he's like, hey, what's up? I live, bitch.
I live, bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Miva gets, like, a space text from Blackjack, like, across the fucking galaxy, like, I live, bitch.
Oh my god.
Yes, absolutely. I love
I
that.
have to go back to my actual criminal empire. I'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah,
Call
she
me if
reads
you're
this
ever
and
in
it's just
town.
like-
I'd love to hook up.
And she's just like, oh, okay. Didn't really pin him as that kind of guy, but that makes sense, actually, in hindsight.
I think maybe the ending is like a shot of like a news feed on a tablet that somebody's reading, some random person talking about like the prison break, and like having some wanted posters showing the mug shots of the 4 of them.
Miva's
or
probably
the 3 of
very
them.
funny.
Oh my
Miva's
god,
probably
yeah.
like, perfect, like immaculate looks, like looking at her fingernails, like this is a stupid mugshot.
It's good.
I love her.
But yeah, how do we feel about ending it there?
I love it.
I like it.
It's good.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it.
That's
we played
the
a
game.
game.
Yeah.
That's the game.
That's the game. It was a fun game. I enjoyed it.
That's a good
Yeah.
game. I like it a lot.
I love Dark Sentencer.
It's very good.
It's real good. Marn, I'm gonna throw you under the bus first, and I'll do all of my shit at the end. Where can people find you and this game on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Corpse Survivors. You can find all of my game stuff at marns.itch.io. And you can find more of my writing at cardzeropress.com. And also, if you like my voice, I co-host a podcast at argonautspod.com.
Argonauts is a great podcast.
What is the podcast about?
It is about my co-host Andrew and I talk about alternate reality games that have been finished, unfinished, or questionably hiatused over the years.
That's really cool. I like that. I'm glad that you told us
I
this.
recently being in the last couple of months, like, sat down and just, like, re-listened to the Everyman Hybrid episodes in, like, 2 days.
Hell yeah.
Because I love them. It's a great podcast.
Yeah, we just finished recording an episode on the ARG that we tried to run very briefly before quarantine that should be up, I think, the same week that this episode comes out, so go check it out.
Happy
Nice.
birthday to me!
What
Pepsi
a
ARG
nice,
time!
a nice coincidence that's going to be. So yeah, everybody go listen to
Yeah.
that. I've been Sam. You can find me on Twitter at SAKalo, and you can find my art at www.samkalo.art.
Hell yeah. I've been August. I will probably continue to be August, but I'm trans, so who the fuck knows?
Mood.
You can find me on Twitter at Harpydora. You can find things that I've written at harpydora.itch.io. You can find me on Gay Space Rocks at Gay Space Pod on Twitter, and Dumb Kids Playing Hero at DKPH Pod on Twitter, because podcasting is just basically my life now. And that's it.
And I've been Mac. You can find me on the internet wherever you find good content at Citadel of Swords. You can find the writing I do about wrestling at gatecrashers.fan. You can find us, the podcast, FTLcast, on Twitter at that and at FTLcast.com. Subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/FTLcast. We are posting up some of the last of the bonus content that we have recorded. Fantasy Craft, the Memoria games should be up soon as well. So those will be pretty good. And if you want to keep up with all of the guild stuff, including Room Where It Happened podcast, our good friends over at Room Where Pod, you should follow the Standing Stones Twitter at stones_standing. I'm sure we're going to do something in the new year charity-wise, because we're due for one. Just judging by the number of charity streams we've done in the past, we are due for one. Oh, I guess, by the time these episodes come out, Zach and I will be gearing up to start doing Control on Friday nights on our Twitch channel. So that'll be fun. Yeah. I think that's it for us. So
Quick thing, Memoria will not be going out in December. It's going to be Masks in December. So
Okay.
Masks, yeah. If you want to hear me run a game of Masks for Zach, Jade, and special guest Brian of Roomware Pod, then tune in on our Patreon at the $5 level in December.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I was I'm going through in my head. I was like, Fantasy Craft, Masks. I couldn't remember Masks, actually. I was like, okay, stuff is going out.
And at some point, there's going to be an interview with me on our Patreon about my experience on this podcast as a sort of retrospective.
That's out,
already
isn't it?
happened.
Is that already out?
Yep,
Oh,
it's
wow.
out.
I didn't realize that was going out that fast. Cool. Go listen to that.
Yeah. Yep. That's at the $1 level. So, yeah.
Pay $1. You get to listen to me talk about how my interpretation of my characters has changed through playing them.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's clap.
Thanks for listening.
Hi, it's August, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on your podcast platform of choice, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about us using the FTLcast hashtag. We are also part of a nonprofit podcasting guild called Standing Stones Productions. We do a variety of shows, including The Room Where It Happened and Dumb Kids Playing Hero, 2 actual play shows, and a Steven Universe discussion podcast called Gay Space Rocks. We also do live streams at twitch.tv/StandingStonesProd. You can keep up with everything that we do on Twitter at Stones_standing. Unfortunately, Standing Stones was already taken. Your support means a lot. Thanks again!